Happiness Now, the most efficient, proven method to become happy and fulfilled for life. Introduction. I want to thank you and congratulate you for downloading the book, Happiness Now, the most efficient, proven method to become happy and fulfilled for life. This book contains proven steps and strategies on how to find happiness and fulfillment in your life now. Happiness seems to be such an easy word. You may hear a lot of people claiming how happy they are right now that they could not ask for anything more. How true is it? Or a better question would be how absolute happiness is. People define happiness in various ways. What makes you happy right now may not necessarily be the same for other people. You can say that you are happy because you just got your new car, or you are happy because you just got promoted. But the problem here is that happiness seems to be only temporary. After using your brand new car for a few days, would you still feel as happy as the day you first drove it? A few weeks after your promotion, would you still feel as excited to go to work as the first day you got it? You might answer these questions with "Oh, does this mean that happiness is only momentary?" The answer is no. True happiness is actually permanent. You just have to know how to find it. Thanks again for downloading this book. I hope you enjoy it. Chapter 1, Finding Happiness. What makes you happy? This is a question that you must have probably heard 100 times over, and several ideas might have probably run through your head as you tried to come up with an answer. You might have thought of money, job promotion, your favorite food, or simply being with someone you love. People have various definitions for happiness. Some would define it as being rich. Others would define it as freedom from worries and stressors, while some would simply define it as being able to live a healthy and fulfilled life. The things that make you happy may not be the same for the others. But the real question is, what is the deal about happiness? Why would many people do everything just to have it? Why would people regret not doing the things that could have made them happy? Many people say that the quest for happiness is exhausting. Well, this could be because they are missing one thing, and that is fulfillment. They think that when they have a lot of money, properties, and a 6-digit paying job, happiness would follow. What they don't know is that happiness comes in simple pleasures. It is actually finding joy in what you already have. Read on and you will find ways on how you can be happy and fulfilled now. Chapter 2, Live for Yourself. One of the greatest mistakes that one can do for himself is to live for other people. This might sound weird or vague to you, but you might have already experienced it somehow. Have you ever tried comparing yourself with other people? How your colleague performs his job better than you do, or how high the scores your classmates get in your exams? Have you ever chosen a path that you did not want to take but was forced to do so because of what your parents or other people tell you? Or have you been working hard these past few years because you want to impress someone? If you have, then you are guilty of not living for yourself. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something for yourself? One of the many unhealthy effects of living your life under the control of other people is stress. When you keep comparing yourself to other people, the tendency is that you will never discover your inner potential. You will always feel second best, and you will always look for something that you don't have. The same is true when you keep doing something that other people tell you to, even if you don't want to. There will always be that gnawing feeling of emptiness within you, and you will never find joy in what you do. You will just keep making mistakes, and you will be pushed to do things that you will regret later in life. Here are some ways by which you can live for yourself and be happy. Know what you want. There is no greater way to live for oneself than knowing what one really wants. Know which path you want to take. Do you want to become a doctor or a wealthy businessman? Happiness is a matter of choice, and choosing what you want is the first step towards finding it. It's only by knowing what you really want that you can achieve your goals in life. Take for example a man who did not know what he wanted. His parents kept making all the decisions for him, that he grew to become an irresponsible man. When the time had come for him to make great decisions for himself, he no longer knew what to do with his life. He kept making mistakes until one day, he just thought of giving up. Knowing what you want is like targeting the bullseye of a dartboard. You hold the pin in your hand. You focus your eye on the target, and make your winning move. Once you reach your target, happiness follows. Get in control. Nothing feels better when you know that you are living your life the way you want it. As what Mr. William Ernest Henley says in his poem Invictus, "Am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." No one should ever control your life but you. You can only become a miserable and belittled loser if you let other people make you feel that way. Your life is your car and you are the driver. The others are mere passengers. Just like a driver finding its way towards its destination, It is only when you get in control of your life that you can achieve your goals. You can also fix whatever that needs to be fixed in your life. One example of this scenario is getting your desk, your room, or your closet organized. Have you ever experienced getting angry just at the sight of a messed up desk or room? You can see the papers scattered all over your desk that all you want to do is to just throw them all away. If you let other people fix them all for you, what could possibly happen? 1. You might end up asking them where they placed this and that. 2. They might just end up throwing all these papers into the trash can. Well, the danger here, of course, is that some of these papers might be of importance to you, and having them thrown out into the garbage bin may not be helpful at all. You might ask, what does organizing one desk, room, closet have something to do with happiness? Simple. Imagine that desk, room, or closet is your life and those papers your dreams. Will you let other people take care of them, or should you take control of your life and get those dreams done? Do what you want. Now that you already know what you want and you have been in control of your life, it is high time to make it happen. No one should choose it for you. Of course, parents would say that they know what's best for you, but it does not mean that they should be living your life for you. Do what makes you happy. If teaching other people makes you happy, then be a good teacher in the future. If building houses is what makes you happy, then be a great engineer someday. Achieving your dreams may take some time, but at least it is what you wanted. That alone can serve as your motivation to go on with it. When you go shopping with your friends and they tell you that the dress you want to buy does not look nice, what would you do? Would you listen to them and look for another dress that suits their taste, or would you fit it, see if it is comfortable enough, and buy it? Your friends can always give as many opinions as they can, but if you really want something, those opinions would not matter at all. In this example, if you think that the dress suits you perfectly, then there is no reason for you not to buy it. It might not look good for them, but it might look good on you. Love yourself. Loving yourself is nothing different from loving someone else. It is human nature to do whatever it takes to make your loved one happy. The same is true when you love yourself. When you love yourself, you would take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and keep yourself healthy. Being healthy does not only mean being free from diseases, but also having a sound mind, animated spirit, and free from unnecessary stressors. Chapter 3. Seek fulfillment. Fulfillment, for many people, seems to be a heavy word. It is the type of word that you don't want to hear until you are old and reminiscing about your life. Some people have not even found the real meaning of this word in their later years. Why does fulfillment seem to be a hard thing to find? They say that seeking fulfillment is an older adult business, but this is not true. As young as you are, you can already find fulfillment in life. People commit the mistake of equating fulfillment with having big houses, driving fast cars, and having tons of money in their bank accounts. You might find it absurd, but fulfillment, just like happiness, comes in small packages. Who would ever think that you could actually find fulfillment in the smiles of people whose lives you made a great impact on? You might have already heard of a mentor feeling fulfilled after seeing one of his students receive an academic award, or a nurse feeling fulfilled after hearing a thank you from one of her patients. Fulfillment does not have to come with material things, because it is something that you find when you come to appreciate what you have. Here are some ways on how you can find fulfillment in life. Set attainable goals and make them happen. Your goals set your direction in life. However, they must be set according to your abilities and strengths. It is true that dreaming big is a must in life, but it does not mean that you can set unrealistic goals for yourself. Know where you excel at and use that knowledge to plan for your targets. If you think you are good in arts and crafts, then you could probably take a related path, like being a designer or an architect. Setting attainable goals also means setting a realistic deadline for their achievement. As mentioned above, it is important that you know your strengths and weaknesses here. Setting goals is not just a matter of hat, but also a matter of when. When do you plan to achieve your dreams? Achieving success in life does not happen overnight. If you are dreaming of becoming the president of your country to help your fellowmen, when do you think is the best time to run for the position? A year from now would definitely be a no-no. You would need to put in a lot of thought and effort into achieving this goal. Thus a year might not be sufficient for all the preparations and resources necessary. On the other hand, if you are dreaming to set up your own small business, then a year of preparation might already be enough. As you achieve your goals one by one, you become more fulfilled in life. And as you feel fulfilled, happiness would surely be on its way. 2. Remember to be thankful all the time. There are times when people whine about the things that they have. They want a new house, a new car, new pairs of shoes, new gadgets, and so on. What they do not know is that the more they complain, the more they drive happiness away. Happiness does not always come in new packages. They can come in your old belongings, too. Do you remember how you felt when your mom surprised you with your black dress, or how your dad gave you your first car keys? You must be excited, right? Instead of whining about these things, why not try to say thank you with a smile first? Being grateful can help you realize and appreciate all the good things and the blessings you received in your lifetime. Are you complaining about a report that you have to submit in class tomorrow? Please, don't. Thank your professor for giving you such homework, because it will help you grow, learn more, and become a better professional in the future. Is your job keeping you from spending the day with your family? Instead of whining about it, why not look forward to your payday and plan to treat your family to dinner then? Waking up every morning to go to class or to work might be the most difficult thing that you have to do every day, but don't whine about it. Instead, be thankful that you have another day to live. You will see your loved ones again, and you will have more time to create better memories. Every person experiences challenges in life, but it is up to him whether to see it as a blessing or a stressor. If he sees it as a blessing, he will win it. If he sees it as a stressor, he is going to lose against it. Think positively. Many people feel dissatisfied because they think that life is so unfair, or because they think that they cannot make it to the top. If there is one thing that you need to do before making a step towards your dreams, it is to think positively. No matter what happens, you just have to think that something good is coming your way, and something good will come out of what is happening in your life now. If you let your thoughts run negatively, then there would be no use dreaming for success. Allowing these negative thoughts to run through your brain cells is tantamount to losing by default. You have already lost the battle even before it started. Learn to forgive yourself. It is only through forgiving yourself that you can move on with your life. Sure, there are times when you commit mistakes. Forgive and free yourself of the past, and you will start to see all the good things that life has to offer. You can learn from your mistakes, but they should not hinder you from doing what you want. Free yourself from fears that you might commit the same mistakes again. Don't be afraid to try one more time. Remember the saying, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. It is the same for all the mistakes you have done. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everybody commits mistakes, but what makes each person different from the rest is how he rises again despite all of them. Be the best of whatever you can be. Another source of dissatisfaction among many people is their belief that they cannot do anything, or that they cannot be as good as somebody else. Seek fulfillment within you by being the best of whatever you can be. Be the best in your field. As a student, be more diligent and responsible. Continuously learn your craft and hone your skills, because learning happens unceasingly, even after you graduated from college. Don't compete with other people. Rather, compete with yourself. Make a difference. One of the things that can make you become a fulfilled individual is to make other people happy. Watching other people laugh and seeing how their faces light up with happiness is one of the most fulfilling things that you can do for yourself. You can help other people through simple ways, such as giving donations to the victims of calamities, giving a slice of bread to the hungry ones, spending an hour or two of your time in orphanages during your day off, or donating hand-me-down clothes to charities. Be happy by helping them unconditionally, without expecting anything in return. By seeing how happy they are with the simple kind acts that you have done, you will realize that you have done a good job and you have done something meaningful in your life. The memories that you had with them will always be cherished and remembered. Chapter 4. Live for the moment. You might have already encountered the Latin phrase carpe diem several times, but have you ever really thought about what it means? In English it means seize the day, but what does it really signify? Seizing the day is living your life to the fullest. How many times have you given yourself the chance to enjoy the moment, feel the fresh night air as you walk back home, sing your lungs out with your friends, or eat to your heart content during your free time? You might be surprised to know that the answer would actually be lesser than what you expect. Maybe once or twice, but that was all. Living for the moment means living your life now. You forget all the things that happened in the past and you stop worrying about what might happen in the next few days of your life. It is taking one step at a time, living your life by the second, and being happy with what you are, what you have, and who you are with now. You might think that living for the moment is way too easy, but the opposite, actually, seems to be the real deal nowadays. If you learned that this would be your last day on Earth, what would you do? Will you hurry up and run to your family to have fun with them while you have the time, or will you spend the day alone and worry about how you are going to leave your family, job, and wealth behind? From this scenario alone, You can already tell that a man always has the choice to either grab the opportunity to become happy or take the opposite route. Remember that happiness is a choice. It is up to you to find your happiness in whatever circumstance you are in, whether it be good or bad. Here are some ways on how you can live your life to the fullest. Laugh wholeheartedly. It has been said that laughter is the best medicine, and it has been proven to be true several times over. Aside from the healthy effects of laughter to your lungs and facial skin, it has been proven to reduce and prevent wrinkles. Laughter also has healthy effects on your psyche and spirit. Laugh when you find reasons to laugh, and remember to laugh it all out. Laughter works like an antioxidant. It keeps you away from diseases and your cells from aging. Find humor in everything that you do. If your day seems to teem with misfortunes, laugh at them and you won't have to worry anymore. Share jokes with your friends and laugh until you cry and you run out of breath. When you laugh, you will start to feel good and everything will follow. You will begin to appreciate the good side in everything until you find your happiness. Engage in fun activities. What would you rather do during your free time? Read a boring statistical report or go to the gym with your friends and do some exercise routines? Reading a statistical report, of course, can help you improve on your job performance. But remember that this is your day off. You can read a statistical report during office hours but not during your break or free time. Do not bombard yourself with work when you don't have to. Of course, there would be times when you really have to do it during these days, but avoid them as much as you can. Prioritize having fun during your day off. You can do things that you have not done for a long time. If you love cooking but did not have the time to do so during the past few days, then grab this chance to regain your rightful place in the kitchen. If your friends have long been inviting you out for a dinner, then grab your phone, give them a call and finally say yes to their offer. Do something out of the ordinary. If your life has turned boring because of your everyday routine, why not try out something different? Try to get away from scheduled activities and do some things that you have not tried before. Have you been eating the same bread with the same peanut butter filling for breakfast for the past year? Try eating pancakes with bananas instead. It does not only provide you with the nutrients you will need for the whole day, but it will definitely freshen up your boring day. You can also try a different restaurant or a different dish for your lunch or dinner. If you are used to just staying at home during your days off, then this is the time to go out of the house or take a stroll in an amusement park and ride their exhilarating roller coaster. Buy a uniquely flavored ice cream and enjoy it. And if you have been longing to have some great adventure but have been afraid to do so, summon up your courage, head to the nearest leisure park and fly like Superman with Air Zipline. Chapter 5: How to Change the Odds of a Happy Life. Luck odd. The commonplace fortune-telling, feng shui or superstitious thing you think of as largely the result of taking appropriate action. When you passive, when you don't take charge of your affairs, you a victim of all sorts of bad luck. When you permit yourself to accept bad luck, there are usually reasons. You may feel that you can or shouldn't take action. You may have unconscious fears, or you may tend to blame society for things that go right in your life. As some people say, it is the society that helps create the alcoholics, the drug addicts, the derelicts. But the truth is, if one places the blame on others, it leads him or her away from looking within and facing up to his or her own part in what is going on. Accepting bad luck also promotes passivity. For instance, if you continue to bring your childhood grievances, to feel overpowered by bad luck because everything is your parents' fault, you won't make any attempt to improve your lot. When are you able to change your luck? That when you recognize your role in creating less than perfect situations. What determines your luck is how you make use of the resources, abilities and disabilities you got. Remember what the great William Shakespeare has said: "He fault is not in our stars, but in ourselves." One red flag that signals when to make a change is repetition. Take, for example, one woman who has had 3 unhappy marriages and sighs, "So unlucky in love." Yet she forgets to realize that every man she picked had an alcoholic problem. When time and again you repeat frustrating failures in specific areas of your life, the piling up of undesirable outcomes often make you conclude that you have bad luck with those things. Once you recognize a pattern of things going wrong, figure out your role and why you feel trapped in that situation. You ought to examine your excuses for wasting time and what actually lure you. Oftentimes when you are anxious about things, you tend to push them out of your awareness, daydreaming about moving to a paradise island in the Caribbean, turning to alcohol, or going out and spending your money on unnecessary things. All of these actions deflect good luck. Rather than running away from frustrating experiences in such manner, Think of what can you do that will make you feel more competent. Forget about the drink or pointless telephone chat. Instead, make some small accomplishments, like doing a household chore you dislike, such as cleaning a messy closet. In such way, you will promote new feelings of pleasure and security because you have pleased yourself that you have taken charge. Making little changes makes you like yourself better, which in turn makes you start doing more useful things. Thus, you improve your life in small ways, which can lead to bigger ways. And that is your luck. Conclusion: happiness and fulfillment, unlike what many people think, are not just simple emotions that arise when a happy thought or a fun event occurs. Rather, they are feelings that you nurture as you start to live for yourself and live for the moment. Happiness does not have to come with money, prestige, or glory. Happiness that comes with material things is temporary, while happiness that comes from within you is permanent. The search for happiness is not that difficult. You just have to appreciate what you have and find meaning in your life. Thank you again for downloading this book. I hope this book was able to help you understand what happiness and fulfillment really mean. The next step is to apply the methods given in this book and start your way towards happiness. Finally, if you enjoyed this book, please take the time to share your thoughts and post a positive review on Amazon. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you and good luck. Preview of Top Procrastination Now. Understanding procrastination with all the gadgets, social media and every innovation in this generation, more and more people focus on different leisurely activities instead of what they are originally tasked to do. This phenomenon of avoiding important tasks is called procrastination. Nowadays, procrastination has been a conveyor of different problems either in studies, work or home. Sometimes, it even affects the psychological well-being of a person. Although everyone have experienced certain times of procrastination, studies show that 20% of the world population admittedly look for distractions first before doing what they have to do. Now, why do we procrastinate? Scientists say that, physiologically, procrastination is the result of a battle between the two forces of our brain. Specifically the limbic system, which controls our pleasure center, and the prefrontal cortex, which can be identified as our life planner or goal setter. The problem is the prefrontal cortex is usually weaker than the limbic system because it requires motivation and a lot of self-reminders to work, while the limbic system functions whenever it has a chance to. This gives the limbic system the higher possibility of winning over the prefrontal cortex, thus resulting to procrastination. This battle also works in the presence of fear. When a difficult job is assigned to someone who is afraid of the risks, challenges and failures, a certain kind of fear will rise. And because of that fear, the limbic system will once again win to give us the protection we seek from things we are afraid of. In relation to this, it has been recorded that perfectionists are most vulnerable to procrastination. It is for this reason that since they aim for everything to be perfect, they sometimes do not see themselves as someone good enough to accomplish the task perfectly. Therefore, instead of trying and failing, they leave that task instead and resort to not doing it at all. Procrastination can also be caused by the disability of a person to manage his or her time efficiently and to set his or her priorities. Throughout the years, procrastination has been considered as an unruly behavioral problem. In fact, the negative views on procrastination has been established even from thousands of years ago when Hillel the Elder, a famous Jewish religious teacher, asked one of the most well-known philosophical questions: "If not now, when?" Likewise, Hillel also added a preaching on procrastination when he said, "Oh, not say, when I am free I will study, for perhaps you will not become free." With Hillel passages, it can be assumed that procrastination has been referred to as a problem that needs to be avoided. And these views on procrastination continue to flourish throughout the passing generations. On the 17th century, there was a time when procrastination was even considered as a sin. This happened when Reverend Walker related the act of delaying or avoiding tasks to immorality. But one has to understand that procrastination is not always considered as negative. As a matter of fact, a pamphlet, called the Manifesto for a Day Put Off, that promotes the good side of procrastination was once released by David de Caneville, a renowned Frenchman. This pamphlet states that procrastination is an art that helps us to efficiently deliberate the task at hand. It was also written that procrastination is important because it helps us relinquish ourselves from all the pressures that life gives us. To procrastinate is to refuse to do what our bosses, administrative obligations or culture of results ask us to do. We must absolutely take the time to think about the tasks we accept to execute, or we will lose all control over our lives. In line with his belief, David D. Caneville therefore proclaimed March 26, 2011, as the International Procrastination Day, when people are expected to procrastinate all day long. Some of his supporters agreed that procrastination is not only negative sometimes, it can also be positive for the reason that if you delay something, it is possible to figure out if the task is really important. Moreover, if the task at hand involves decision-making, procrastinating can aid a person in reviewing the risks first before formulating a decision. This created a new principle called structured procrastination, a type of procrastination that is put into good use. Click here to check out the rest of Top Procrastination Now on Amazon, or go to http://amzn.to/1lioncr. Check out our other books. Below you'll find some of our other popular books that are popular on Amazon and Kindle as well. Simply click on the links below to check them out. Alternatively, you can visit our author page on Amazon to see other work done by us. The Ultimate Parenting Guide, everything you need to know to become a better parent. The Anti-Aging Miracle, the best anti-aging secrets to look and feel younger. Anger Management Now, the ultimate guide to anger management for a happier life. Positive Thinking Now, the ultimate guide to becoming a positive person for life. If the links do not work for whatever reason, you can just simply search for those titles on the Amazon website to find them.